Japanese grammar and English grammar are completely opposite.
It's okay to make mistakes and just keep on going.
Focus on the content and you'll be fine.
皆さんこんにちは。Bizmates のキムです。今回も前回に続いて始めました新しいコーナー、英語ネイティブたちのリアル英会話トークショーにようこそ。今回もカナダ生まれ育ちのヒカとアメリカ生まれ育ちのクニ、この2人の英語ネイティブたちが皆さんに役立つコンテンツを配信していきます。それではご紹介します。ヒカとクニ。毎回何ですかマジで。
イケオジアピール。
どうやって。So, today's topic is, how do native speakers feel grammar mistakes? How do you feel?
Grammar mistakes, what do you think? Is that a big problem?
Personally, no, not to me. I don't really care if you drop the S or, is, are, those mistakes or with prepositions, by, of, those things don't really bother me much.
Right. You're from Los Angeles, right?
Yes.
And I'm from Vancouver. There are a lot of non-native speakers in those cities, right?
Yes.
Like a lot of my friends were born in India or in China and they immigrated to Canada. So they weren't native speakers and they made a lot of small mistakes. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah, I agree. To be honest, I think even native speakers also make mistakes with grammar. Like you'll go into a restaurant and you'll see native people saying 2 waters.
Yes.
Right? That's a very natural phrase that people will use, but water is uncountable. You should actually be saying 2 cups of water, right?
Right.
So, no, I mean, you got the point across. That's all that really matters. Right?
Exactly. My parents actually run a sushi restaurant in Canada. And my mom, she talks to the customers and she makes a lot of grammar mistakes. She was born and raised in Japan. She immigrated to Canada in her 20s. So she still makes a lot of mistakes when speaking to customers. And sometimes customers can't understand my mother and they'll laugh or something. My mother would always say, hey, my English is better than your Japanese.
Facts, yes. Facts.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is iketeru, right?
Yeah,
But if you're worried about your mistakes, you're like, I don't want to make a mistake. And you're speaking like this, that's not cool, right?
Yeah.
That's iketenai.
Definitely. I agree 100%. I would say maybe don't think about it too much. I think focus on just the message and your point. Later on, you can make those adjustments with your English as you progress in your learning.
That's right. I think you made a really important point there. You said focus on the message. That's the most important thing. And if your message is the most important thing, you'll use body language, write your content. You'll somehow want to communicate, not focusing on the grammar. So make sure your message is the most important thing. And that's how you communicate in Japanese, right?
Yes, it is. I focus mainly on the message. So when I'm speaking Japanese, I'm pretty sure I make a lot of mistakes. With ga, o, nani nani, ni, wa. But to be honest, I rarely get corrected. You know, I'm sure a lot of the native Japanese speakers let it go as it's the same with us, right?
Right. Party ni? Party e? Ikimasu ka? No. Who cares, right? The important thing is the message. What could people do to minimize the mistakes?
Great question. I would say think about whether you're going to use is or are or the, because if it's like or the, it's usually no S, right? If it's are, just remember to kind of put the S on. So in that grammar sense, if you're able to kind of think the sentence or construct a sentence before you speak, just try to keep that in mind. Maybe writing and reading would also be really good for people who are really concerned about their grammar.
Yeah. I think everyone should make effort to improve their grammar if they're studying English. And like you said, reading is great because you're looking at correct English all the time. So you naturally learn the grammar that's being used. Reading is a great method. And you also said writing? Writing is very good because it's a form of output. You have to make sentences. Speaking or writing, you're making sentences. You're using the grammar rules. So it's very good practice. Yeah. But after you write, you should show like a native speaker or a teacher to check your English. So at Bizmates, you could do that. You could take what we call an assist lesson and your trainer will check your diary or your writing and give you feedback and you could improve your English, right?
Yeah.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, that's very cool.
That's
iketeru.
Yeah. What else is there? Writing. Also, before in my videos, I introduced fixed phrases. Teban phrase. We've made many videos before, so please have a look. What are some teban phrases? Like,
do you have the time?
That's right. Do you get do you it's a set phrase. It's a fixed phrase. Teban, right? Do you have the time? So if you remember those teban phrases, it's impossible to make a mistake. Do you have the time? It's like one word.
Right. Yeah, you want to grab a drink?
Do you want to grab The drink? The drinks? No, it's do you want to grab a drink? It's a set phrase. Do you want to grab a drink? Do you want to grab a drink? Yeah. I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing you. It's a fixed phrase. If you could use those phrases, that's cool. That's
Take it easy or
take it easy.
Yeah.
That's also
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
いけてる。あれ？
ごめんなさい。いけてる。
いけてる。Yeah. So why do Japanese people think about the grammar so much? And I think there's several reasons. One is I think the education system. Many students are taught the grammar rules. They translate from Japanese to English. And if you're learning English that way, when you speak, you think that way.
Yeah. My daughter's in high school right now.
Yeah.
And she's learning English in school. They focus right and wrong based off the grammar.
Right.
Not focusing on the overall message.
Right.
Which is what we're trying to tell our viewers, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Why do Japanese do it? Because they learn grammar in school. They don't learn that the message is the most important thing. Another thing is Japanese grammar and English grammar are so different. Completely opposite. So I think that's another reason why it's extra difficult for Japanese people when they speak English.
I agree, yeah.
But like I said, to overcome it, one is don't care. Like my mom, don't care about it.
I think maybe a lot of Japanese people tend to be perfectionists. I mean, doing business in Japan with other Japanese business people, they want everything to be perfect.
Right.
So I think that mentality is also kind of blocking them in that sense.
Yeah.
It's okay to make mistakes and just keep on going, you know?
That's right. That's right.
I think if my message is conveyed and they're able to understand and I know what to do and they know what to do,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah. So we're on the same page. Let's move on to the next, not focus on whether I'm making
The
grammar
type
mistakes or
mistake.
or typo. Or, to be honest, now we have technology that always highlight those anyway with Word, Excel, and our friends ChatGPT, which can help you with that.
Don't focus on that part, the layout, the cosmetics. That's what people care about, the content.
Right.
Okay, in summary, Kuni-san and I mentioned native speakers don't care about those small mistakes, so don't worry about it. Focus on your message. And really to improve in that area, I think the best way is really to use your English and have someone give you feedback. So whether it's writing or speaking, someone gives you feedback. And one way you could do that is at Bizmates. Our Bizmates trainers, when you speak and make a mistake, they'll follow up and give you feedback. If you write something and ask them to check, they'll spot your grammar mistakes. And little by little, your grammar will improve, your confidence will improve, and you'll be a great speaker. And that is cool. Okay, so thank you for watching till the end. We'll see you in the next video. All right, goodbye.
お疲れ様です。
ねえねえねえ、金さん、
はい
なんでうちのことさ、池おじって紹介してくれないの？
何言ってるの？嫌だからだよ。
うちのこと嫌いの？
いや、嫌いじゃないけど、
いけて
ってない。
嫌い。
動画の概要欄にある URL から Bizmates の公式 LINE 友達に登録して簡単なアンケートに答えるだけでオリジナルフレーズブック10冊が無料でもらえます。ビジネスで覚えておきたい基本動詞、名詞などの完全攻略ブック、シーン別品質英語フレーズブック4冊、英会話に必要な最低限のフレーズ150選などすべて私、ヒカが厳選した全部600選のフレーズブック10冊をプレゼントします。ぜひ見逃さず、プレゼントを受け取って皆さんの英語学習にご活用ください。